Little Shakespeare Project presents This Week in Shakespeare for the week ending Monday, October the 1st, 2018. Hola, Bartophiles, I'm Bill, and welcome to the 214th episode of This Week in Shakespeare, a video brought to you by the Bill Shakespeare Project. Today I am sporting my No Museum Shakespeare t-shirt, which is available from our Redbubble.com page. Now, if you have any t-shirts, Shakespeare related of course, that you'd like to see me wear on a future This Week in Shakespeare, leave a comment or send me an email at bill@thebillshakespeareproject.com and I'll get you my address. I'd love to be wearing your gear on a future video. But enough about the future and back to the present and the past. This is our weekly opportunity to let you know about the latest and greatest in Willie Shakespeare headlines coming at you every Tuesday, because Tuesday is News Day. The goal here is to hit you with a quick blast, no more than 10 minutes tops, of Bard-related news. Plus, we'll try to serve up some historical dates for what were the past 7 days of the year. Now, this week's news stories included: The Times of San Diego ran an op-ed on the parallels between the Kavanaugh hearings and the sexual hypocrisy presented in Measure for Measure. The Wall Street Journal previewed the new season of the PBS series Shakespeare Uncovered, which will have episodes on Measure for Measure, Much Ado About Nothing, and Julius Caesar, among others. Alabama News Center ran the announcement by Alabama Shakespeare Festival of their 2018-19 season, including Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, and As You Like It. Oregon Live ran a story on how the wildfires in Oregon this summer cost the Oregon Shakespeare Festival in Ashland over $2 million in lost revenue due to canceled shows. Glamour magazine covered Lady Gaga's appearance on the London red carpet for her new film, A Star is Born, and her outfit had a bit of a Shakespearean vibe. Fansided ran an exclusive clip from the Royal Shakespeare Company's current Merry Wives of Windsor in advance of its cinema broadcast this week. In advance of the release of the new book, Shakespeare, The Theatre of Our World, by Peter Conrad, the UK newspaper The Guardian ran a piece by the author linking Shakespeare to the age of Brexit and Trump. Paste magazine reviewed the new television adaptation of King Lear with Anthony Hopkins, very positively, calling the ensemble stunning and the stripped-down version an approachable introduction to the play. Broadway World reviewed As You Like It by Davis Shakespeare Festival, running in Northern California through October the 14th, calling the production an all-around quality experience. And finally, Theatre Jones reviewed Othello by Shakespeare Dallas, which closed this past weekend, not really positively, saying that it doesn't live up to the play's brilliance. Now let's take a look back on the last 7 days and how they relate to Shakespearean history, both his and the history in his plays. On September the 25th, 1340, a temporary truce and disarmament took place between England and France in the early stages of the 100 Years' War. England's king at the time was Edward III, who would be succeeded in 1377 by his 9-year-old grandson Richard II. On September the 26th, 1973, the film Antony and Cleopatra, starring and directed by Charlton Heston, premiered in Washington, D.C. It opened to poor reviews a year and a half earlier in the UK and did not do much business anywhere. On September 27th, 1066, William the Conqueror set sail for England as a prelude to the Norman invasion. Billy was also known as William the Bastard. Also on this date, in 2014, biographer Park Honan passed away in Leeds, England. He wrote the critically acclaimed biography Shakespeare, A Life. On September 28th, 48 BCE, Pompey the Great died. Pompey, Crassus, and Julius Caesar formed the first triumvirate. When Crassus and Caesar's daughter, who also happened to be Pompey's wife, died, Pompey and Caesar fought for the leadership of Rome. Pompey was defeated at the Battle of Pharsalus and was later assassinated. He is referenced in Julius Caesar. On September the 29th, 1399, Richard II agreed to abdicate the throne of England to Henry Bolingbroke, and he was deposed by Parliament the next day, as depicted in Richard II. On September the 30th, 1399, the reign of Richard II ended with his abdication of the throne to Henry Bolingbroke, accepted by Parliament. This too was depicted in Richard II. On October the 1st, 1948, Orson Welles' film adaptation of Macbeth opened. It was originally not well received, coming out within months of Olivier's Hamlet. Republic Pictures demanded cuts and re-recording of the dialogue, which Welles had done in A Scottish Brogue, and the original version has gained critical opinion since its restoration in the early 1980s. And that was your Week in Shakespeare, brought to you by the Bill Shakespeare Project. Now, if you've enjoyed this news review, tell a friend and hit the subscribe button to keep from missing these news, reviews, and history videos. For our daily blog and previous Twiz episodes, including links to the news stories we've covered this week, as well as the real Bill Shakespeare Project podcast, check us out at thebillshakespeareproject.com. And we'll catch you next week.